No, no, yeah, no, no, yeah, no.
Peace and morning to everybody. Well, today, Isa, that's my oldest son, he has a doctor's appointment today. Sorry. He has a doctor's appointment today. We're taking him to go get an EKG. I gotta go back on YouTube, not YouTube, Google and see what an EKG stands for. It is an electrocardiogram. It's a test that checks for the problems of the electrical activity of your heart. It shows electrical activity, and the reason why we are doing that because in June of this year, 2016, well, I'll take it back a little further. Isa had been having some problems since he was about 3. Was the first time this problem occurred. He had severe pain in his legs, and we didn't know what it was. At first, we just thought it was like maybe just him, just, you know, kind of saying, oh, my legs hurt, and being a little 3-year-old or whatever. And so we didn't really take it that serious. But then it got to a point where he couldn't walk, and he was just like screaming in pain. So we took him to the emergency room, and he had to stay a couple nights. But nobody knew what it was or had no idea what it was. Then he got sent home because the pain went away. Then about 2 years later, he had another episode in his legs, and it was more pain. And so we kind of knew about it, so we thought, okay, well, let's take him to the hospital. By the time we got there, the pain had calmed down. They gave him like some Motrin and some Yusuf. What was that drug they usually give Isa? The drug that they usually give Isa, that one that's kind of powerful. It's not Motrin, it's I can't remember what it is. Morphine, yes, morphine. So they gave him morphine and the pain went away. Then the third time we were at my mom's house and we were swimming in the pool, and he said his arm started to hurt. So of course, being that he had the 2 episodes before, we were already saying that, okay, it got to be something more. So we took him to the hospital, and he was crying, screaming in pain. So of course they started him an IV. They gave him some of the morphine, and of course the edge got taken off. But they still was like, they take tests, marrow tests, and this test, and blood tests, and white blood count, and all that kind of stuff, and couldn't find out what it was. So my mother is one that's like, this sounds like sickle cell. Now, I know that I have the sickle cell trait. That's what I was born with. I got my husband tested when I was pregnant with Isa, and they said that he didn't have the sickle cell trait. So I thought it was all good. So I was telling my mom, no, I don't think that's what it is, because I have the trait, but I know that my husband doesn't have the trait. She said, well, there was one of the intern doctors, and they said that he could have still symptoms even if he only have a trait. So we got sent to a hematologist, which is a specialist of the blood, and he took some tests and stuff like that, and come to find out that he doesn't have sickle cell. He has a form of sickle cell, which is the Hemoglobin SC. Now, after 3 years of going back and forth to the emergency room, his pain, stuff like that, it took my mom to be like, something else is wrong, check for this. And they did, and found out that's what he had. So this has definitely been a new adventure, a new dynamic to our family, because this is something that we just didn't have to deal with before. But now there's doctor's appointments he has to go to every so often. He has to take like the EKGs, he has to take x-rays, and he has to test his lungs. He's put on an inhaler. He has to take folic acid daily. He has to get his brain checked out, because all these things can be affected by having this form of sickle cell disease. So I wasn't going to tell Isa or the family until he got a little older. But then I started thinking that if I'm not around, or if he spends the night somewhere, like, they need to know that he has to stay hydrated all the time. They have to know that He can't do too much physical activities. They have to know that if he starts having a pain crises, get him to the hospital. We got a little special card that gets us right into the hospital. Like we don't have to wait, basically. We had to tell Esau so that he can be aware of what's going on with his body, and so that if he recognizes any symptoms, he can come in and tell us. Anything like if he were to get a fever, that's an automatic rush to the emergency room, because that like having a fever in a sickle cell patient symbolizes that something else is going on in the body, and when something else is going on in the body, it's an infection or something like that, they automatically have to IVs and antibiotics and stuff like that. You have to catch it early because their spleen doesn't work as quickly or as good. It doesn't function as properly. So we have to always like stay on top of him. And then I just had the twins, the girls, in July, and from their newborn screening, I found out that one of the twin girls, Nyala, the oldest of the twins, she tested positive for the hemoglobin SC also. Now she didn't have her like official test, and sometime that can change, but for right now we're treating as if she does have it. Throughout today, I'm just going to keep y'all updated on the EKG and going there and asking Esau a couple questions. So I'll keep y'all posted.
What?
You said what?
What are these children doing? Do they know better or something? Because everything they do is wrong. Tilting people out their chairs, just showing people they're missing tooth.
You don't like showing people you're missing tooth?
I do, but look.
Do you have any teeth missing right now?
No.
Let me see a smile. Woo!
But look, they're licking each other's ice cream.
I don't know, honey. You got to read the book to find out.
I don't know why either.
Yeah, you just got to read it and find out. What's the name of this book?
Sideways Story from Wayside School.
Yeah, that's good. Well, we'll start reading some on the way to the your doctor's appointment.
I already got some of it.
You already read some of it?
Yes.
Well, do you know where you stopped off at? You got to get a bookmark so that when you read a page, you can always save it by putting your bookmark in there. So next time when you pick up the book, you can find where you was at. We can get you a bookmark today, all right?
Oh, yeah, okay.
All right.
But look, she's even drawing on the long lines.
Yeah, I see.
Not even drawing on the right.
I see. It's nice and dreary and gloomy in Arizona today. Raining and ugh. Do you know where you're getting ready to go?
To the doctor.
Do you know for what?
For x-rays.
Something like an x-ray. That's good. Hey Musa, what you doing?
Coloring.
Coloring?
Yes.
Let me see a picture that you colored.
I colored. Oops. I colored this.
Let me see. Oh, that's nice. There's a whole bunch of colors in there.
And I colored this.
Whoa, those good.
And I colored this.
Did you color that dolphin?
Yes.
Wow. This is my beautiful mother.
I colored this.
You will hear her more than you will see her because she don't like to be on the camera.
I know I need to shave. But anyway, since Maryam took Esau to the hospital for his checkup, I guess I'll take the time to show y'all what goes down when mom leaves the house. It doesn't really consist of much, you know, children just sitting around the house, watching TV, feed them lunch. After that, they take a nap. I don't know why she think all we do is, you know, play video games or whatever, or sit around and do nothing. I don't know. I guess I'll take the time to show her that, you know, I always have the house in order. It's not really an uproar or nothing, you know. All right.
Get off here. So, we're at Children's Hospital. Main floor, second building. That's where we're going.
Yes.
Nothing, I was just trying to see if you understood what she said she was going to do.
Well, I don't know what she was gonna do. I don't know what she said about my chest though.
Well, she said that she was going to give you an EKG. You know those little stickers that they put on your chest and stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Those things that it reads like your blood flow. Like to make sure your blood is flowing in and out your heart the right way. Make sure there's no stoppages. Making sure it goes into the heart and out of the heart and into the heart and out of the heart. And then they have something like, it's called an echo. And that is taking pictures of your heart. They're going to look at all the valves of your heart and make sure there's nothing wrong with them or any kind of deformities, to make sure your heart is not enlarged or too small, just to make sure your heart is where it's supposed to be. And that's just like when mommy get an ultrasound. Remember when mommy was pregnant and she had to get the ultrasound, that jelly being put on her stomach so that she can they could see the inside of the baby and stuff like that. They can see the inside of my stomach, they can see the baby. It's the same way they're going to do to your heart. You'll be able to see it on screen and everything.
Ew, that jelly stuff that go in your belly, it feels a little hot.
It's warm. It's not really hot, but it's kind of warm. Sometimes it'll be real cold and then that feels even worse. But the cold, just not cool, but the warm, that feels a little better. So do you understand it better?
Yes.
Because you have to understand this stuff. This is a good diaphragm of your heart and how it works. And so they're going to do is test all that stuff. They're going to make sure all the blood is flowing the right way.
Is he the one that always loves money?
Yeah. Mr. Krabs,
Yeah.
do you like money? You don't like money?
I like money to buy toys. That's
Yeah.
what I
And
like.
what else?
Where are the robots' car? I cannot.
It's all you think about is toys.
Mm-hmm.
Who is
Wait.
this guy? Squidward.
Squidward.
Yeah. I don't see Oh, there goes SpongeBob.
SpongeBob behind you.
Oh, yeah, that's him. And well, who's his friend?
Patrick.
Yeah, that's right. Are you ready for this?
Yes.
Hopefully we won't be in here too long. They said that they set out how much time? They said they set out an hour block for it to, it could take an hour, but they said usually it's only 30 to 40 minutes. So hopefully we'll get out in the 30-minute mark. Because you had one of these before and there wasn't really nothing wrong with your heart. Do you know why you always got to come to the hospital and get all this stuff?
No.
Hmm?
No.
You don't know what you have?
Sickle Cell?
Yeah, something like it. It's called Hemoglobin SC.
Hemoglobin SC?
Yeah. You got the sickle cell trait from me and the C trait from your father. You'll learn more as you get older. You got one more. Get the stickers off you. You got it? Pull it. He just got his echo done and his EKG. And now Mr. Scrawny Chest is just getting his shirt back on.
I'm not scrawny chest.
You're not Scrawny Chest.
No, what in the world is scrawny chest?
That means you got little chest. Do you have muscles?
Yes.
Where? Ooh! Alright, come on, get dressed. You know, we got Mama waiting for us, okay? That, echo testing was like 45 minutes. It was horribly long. But the EKG, it wasn't even 5 minutes. It was just put some stickers on them. They like hooked them up to this little machine thing and then like did one scan. But like with the echo, they had to take so many measurements of his heart and so many different, like make sure the sizing is right, make sure the blood is going right and all that stuff. And then they made like new requirements too. So that one made it like really long too. But other than that, we are done for like the next year or something, unless something else comes up. Alright, so we're finally leaving. Press 1, Musa. Finally leaving. What are you eating?
Chips.
What kind of chips do you have?
I don't know.
You just eating chips? This lady bought them. Come on. Stop smacking. There's a hospital. I love that band.